Okay, so namaste. My name's Uma, and this is an instruction for Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi, it means literally it's the triumphant breath. Jai is like hail, all hail or triumph. And it's a very powerful breath, and it's taught in quite a lot of different ways. So some people will say that it's a very heating breath, and that it grows a lot of heat in the body, and that it's a very conscious and directed kind of breath. And other people will call it the baby's breath and tell you that it's what you do when you're asleep at night. So my sense is that it depends how you do Ujjayi as to what effect it has, and it certainly can be very powerful and directed, and it can assist in the triumphant engagement with quite a lot of challenge, with challenging asana or postures, or with challenges in life. But it is very definitely, actually technically, it is what you do in some ways when you go to sleep at night. So from that perspective, it's a completely natural breath. It's also a real threshold of a breath, because if it's something you naturally do, naturally arises when you're asleep, you can hear little babies making this breath too. And it's also something that can be directed and used to be very powerful, then actually it's at a threshold where something that is naturally, unconsciously arising can be turned into something that's very conscious, which is the nature of breath anyway, in that you just keep doing it, whether you think about it or not, but that you can bring conscious attention to it. But Ujjayi is really special because of what you'll notice when you do it in this soft way. It's very powerful. And here's a way to get it, really. And you get it simply by feeling into your throat when you roar. So you can let out a bit of a roar with your mouth quite wide open, like this. So it really is a roar, and it comes from quite deep. You feel it kind of like down at the base of your throat. And see how that goes. A couple more times. Your jaw is quite wide. You can show your teeth, and you can let there be quite a big open-throated roar. Yeah, so breath comes in through your nose, and then you roar. You can stick your tongue out. You can show your teeth. One more time. Feel in your throat what this actually is like the tangible sensation of the roar. How is that? One last time. Big breath in. And when you felt that, you can feel something really strong actually moving in your throat. If you carry on like that, obviously you're going to get a sore throat, you're going to mess up your voice. And what I'd like you to do is to see now if you can get like a soft, quiet, inside version of that. So if you think that the roar, is a wild thing, it's a big wild thing that's actually quite dangerous and it's out there. So what you're going to do is to catch that big wild thing and kind of bring it inside. So you have it inside you. And that means that this wild, powerful thing, you can send it wherever you like. It's like you make friends with the big wild thing, and now it's inside you. So instead of the roar sending a big wild roar out, you keep it inside. You do it by keeping your tongue relaxed, a gap between your teeth, and your lips soft. So check on the softness of the lips, nicely like that. Have a little gap between the teeth, and now see if you can get the same feeling, the feeling, behind closed lips. Yeah, breathe in, and then. So it's as if you're going to roar, but your lips are closed. Can you feel it in your throat? Yeah, breathing in, and you hear it. It can go on for quite a long time because it feels as if you're kind of moving it through your throat in a way that's like making the sound of a roar, but it isn't. It's not getting out. That power is now inside you. It's behind the closed lips. How awesome is that? That's amazing, because now that powerful thing that would go out there and scare people, yeah, that's inside. And you send it around your body wherever you like. So we're just going to, for the moment, keep it in the throat. It's a bit like a purring sound. Get it on the exhale by breathing in. And then breathing out through the nose with the feeling of your roar. But then you breathe in the same way with the roar feeling. Turn it around, breathe out. It tends to lengthen your breath because it's not all getting out at once like it's going very slowly out through your nose now. But you literally feel it in your throat. So you make it soft and long. Try 3 of those on the exhale, on the inhale, the same feeling in the throat as you had when you were roaring, but really soft, okay? Breathing in and out. Back in again, same way. And then out. If you've got it, pretty much how I'm describing, it will feel a little bit like you've bypassed your nose, and it's almost like you're breathing straight in through the throat, like you had a little pair of gills here. Obviously, the breath is traveling through your nose. Feel it now. But the sound and the feeling are actually in the throat, breathing out. So it's a combination of an internal roar, not exactly tame, but contained in the throat. The feeling that you're breathing straight through your gills. And another way to check on the feeling is a little bit like the feeling you get if you're just about to snore. But if you're snoring, you hear a very loud, flappy kind of thing going on in your throat, yeah? You only get it on the inhale. But with Ujjayi, it's before you get to that hardness. The inhale is really soft and sweet in the throat, but it sounds very roaring inside. Yeah, it's a little bit like an ocean, which is another way to describe it. An ocean of roaring breath softly in your throat, not as hard as a snore, not out there like a roar. A little bit also like as if you had a mirror or glass and you wanted to clean it, and you're going to breathe out. It's like a soft version of the roar, and that's the same feeling that's in your throat when you do Ujjayi, but now you've got your lips closed. So let's do 3. Bear in mind, one of those things will probably be more vivid than the other. Is it the gills, feeling like you're breathing into your throat? Is it the before the snore, just before you get there? Is it this feeling of the inside roar, or the breathing on the glass? Or is it a combo of all of those things? That really gives you a lot of little tips to feel into how to do this Ujjayi. Let's do 3 together, okay? So breathing in the throat. Turning, breathing out. All the way out to the end, turning, breathing back in through the nostrils, but as if you're breathing in your throat. Turning around again, soft inside roar. Turning around, breathing back in. Last time, right from the softness in your throat, all the way out. And then just let it go for a little bit. Feel how the throat is. There should be no sense of constriction, tiredness or tightness. If there is, maybe you're kind of overdoing it a bit. Let it go a little bit softly. And I'm going to invite you now just to settle with it, just softly, and feel how it is almost now that this threshold between being really conscious and directed and being really naturally arising. You're on that threshold, so you're ready to do stuff with Ujjayi, which is what we'll do in a minute. But right now, you just like invite this to be the threshold of like consciously awakening the capacity to let that natural breath be absolutely in your awareness. Okay, so last 3 breaths. You can close your eyes or you can let them be a little cast down. An ocean of breath in the throat. Turning and leaving. I'm letting my breath be very loud so you can hear it, but it could be very soft. You can play with the volume so it goes really soft so that only you could hear it, or really loud like a great big ocean, and then you can play with it. So I'm going to leave you to do that, to sit with this breath and see just how soft and long and relaxed it can be with that conscious awareness in the throat. So this is Ujjayi breath, hugely powerful, many things you can apply it for, and we'll explore some of those in a little while. Okay, thank you.